It's strange that this is the last word. What Dr. Hickman just did further puts forward the strange tension that I live in. Because if Jesus, in fact, had shut it down, why was there something after he finished? You would think that the sixth word would be the final word. But that's the danger of looking at this text through 21st century post-resurrection exegetical eyes. Because if you were in the first century, it is finished leaves too much open to speculative interpretation. If I'm a Jew or a Roman around the cross and I hear him say it is finished, in my egomaniacal supremacy authority mind concept, I might think that that means I finished him. If I'm a Jew or a Roman standing around that cross, it could give the appearance that they won. If I'm standing around that cross and the last thing he says is, it is finished, I could translate that as a Roman to believe that what I did to him, I accomplished. If it is finished becomes the last word, then the enemy might have left feeling good about what they think they have accomplished. So before they could get too happy and go on their own interpretation of finish, he opens up his mouth one last time as if to say, I'm not done yet. There are many people in here who are in a sixth word condition, where enemies are standing around waiting to see the accomplishments of their actions. There are many of you watching me on stream or either on the Word Network who've got people that have done things to you, and they are standing around waiting to see the results of what they did to you. But God's got a way where he will let them do the action but miss the accomplishment. God's got a way where he won't let your enemies get the result they were looking for. When others don't want you to live, God won't let you die. God has a way of always leaving them confused about the conclusion. So he has to say something else so that they don't think that they finished him and leave there thinking they accomplished something. He's taken care of everybody else. He's taken care of the sinners. He's taken care of the crowd. He's taken care of his mother. Now he's got to do something for himself. And I know already some of y'all are saying, but he died. That's true. But what he said before he died in first century eyes would have shaken every enemy around that cross. The mistake they made is if they would have just found a way to shut his mouth before he said his last word. See, the enemy always shows how dumb he really is, because he pierces your side, he nails your feet, he puts crowns on your head, but he forgets to shut your mouth. Because at the end of the day, the power of life and death ain't in my hands, and it ain't in my feet, and it ain't in my side, but the power of life and death is in my mouth, which is why the text says he cried with a loud voice. God help me. In the original Greek, that's not a cry of anguish. That's not a cry of defeat. It's really a shout. God help me. He shouted. Now here is what messed me up, Pastor Moles. They gave him vinegar when he asked for something to drink. I was using vinegar for a little while after I had the throat surgery, until my doctor said to me, I need you to stop drinking that vinegar. And I said, why? He said, because vinegar constricts your vocal cords. And if you drink too much of it, it'll make you voiceless. So they gave him something to shut him up. But what they gave him to shut him up ended up loosening him up. Have you ever had your enemies give you something to shut you up, but God took it and gave you a shout about it? I want somebody to shout real quick over the stuff your enemies gave you that they thought would shut you up. I want somebody to shout right now over the stuff your enemies gave you that they thought would shut you down. But God flipped the script and did the reverse of what they were looking. Now, to really put this crucifixion story together, you got to put all the gospel stories together. Matthew says when he shouted again. So this ain't the first shout he shouted. I feel sorry for all of y'all who didn't war cry, because you don't qualify for this shout. But everybody that shouted the first time, this is your time to shout again over everything the enemy thought he was going to do, over everything the enemy thought he was going to accomplish, over every plot and plan and assignment. I want somebody to say, this is my second shout, because I need the devil to know that I ain't done yet. Shake somebody's hand and tell them I'm shouting again, because I am not done. Sit down. He shouts again. So that what we see in this final word is not a pitiful spectacle, but a powerful Savior. Don't equate my control with my condition. Just because I look a mess doesn't mean I am a mess. Okay, you didn't get it yet. Can you put your face on the screen of Jesus on Calvary and not on this Eurocentric picture in your mother's kitchen? Can you see this black man hanging on that cross with his beard plucked out, with blood all over him, dripping from everywhere? He looks like an absolute mess. But the fact that he shouts and then makes another statement means that while he looks a mess, that don't mean he is a mess. This ain't for all y'all. This just for the ride or die folk. How many of y'all know your life looks a mess right now? But the reason you're in church tonight is because while you got mess in your life, you got control of your life. Go and look at somebody real quick and tell them, I look a mess and I got a mess, but I'm not a mess because I'm still in control. And it starts with a shout. Your praise becomes your message to the enemy that you got victory and you ain't a victim. Your praise becomes your message to the enemy that you got victory and he can't take you out. So for the next 10 seconds, show the devil you meant it for evil, but God meant it for good. And no matter how rough it gets, I will not play the victim. Y'all can look at somebody and say, I ain't no victim. I got the victory. That's why I shout broke. That's why I shout unemployed. That's why I shout under oppression. That's why I shout in divorce. That's why I shout catching hell. Because I'm not a victim. I got the victory. He cries with a loud voice. And here is where Rome got scared with what he said. Father. That's where it started going bad. The last time he talked to him, he called him God. When he first started talking to him, he called him Father. Things got rough in the middle, and he called him God. But now at the end, I still got who I started with. Come here, let me help somebody out. I don't care who else leaves you in the middle. I don't care who walks away from you in the middle. I don't care who betrays you in the middle. The Father that you started with is the Father you'll end up with. Because no matter what you go through, he's still your Father. Now watch. Father, to thy hands I commend my spirit.